Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. This is Rubidoux Creek Outdoors. I'm glad y'all are here. If you're new to the channel, hey, I really don't mind if you go searching down through some of the videos. Some videos you may like, some videos you may not like. It's all to their own, right? Their own taste for what they want to watch, what they want to take time out of their busy day to sit down and stream and watch, right? So we just here at Rubidoux Creek Outdoors, we keep pumping out videos the best I can with the time that I'm allotted. And weather dictates a lot of things, and what I do with when I'm not at work, which I'm at work a lot, I have to shuffle around the family, right? But one important thing I want to talk to y'all about, well, I ain't really talk about, I'm gonna mention, is my main man, Kojak. So Kojak's birthday is coming up. I've already sent out like a little post, and I think some people shared the post. I think other channels, friendly channels that's out there. And we're going to throw his birthday party this Saturday. And that's probably going to consume most of my day Saturday, unfortunately, and Friday night. I got to help the wifey set up. So there goes the Friday night. I'm probably ain't going to be able to clean or make a video. I never know, but no, actually I know. It's probably not going to happen. And then Saturday, I might be able to slip out in the morning and do something. I don't know what. And then we have the party in the afternoon. So I'm curious to see how that's going to all pan out. Hopefully it works out great. But if y'all can do me a favor, just wish Kojak a happy birthday. I know he will appreciate it, and I know I will appreciate it. So today we're going to do a quick clean on a knife that I'm not, I was going to say comfortable with. It's the wrong term. I'm not familiar with. So this knife, I may have seen a picture somewhere and something, but I've looked in a couple of my knife books back here, and I can't find it. And the brand of knife is Utica. I know they were passed around different hands. Somebody bought one out, and then they got bought out. Oh, there's some weird. I was actually looking in this book right here, and it talks a little bit about it. A lot of the knives got swapped around a lot. Our knife companies got swapped out a lot, got bought out or handed around. Right? You know, it happens, especially if they got poor. If they have poor communication skills, they got poor business practices, and sometimes just outright ain't lucky. So, but like I said, I don't know much about this knife. I've got some other knives probably in the same era. They got real similar, the bolsters, the handle material, even the kind of looks like the steel quality looks real similar, but they're just different model knives. But I know I saw where like Cutmaster was owned by Utica, and you know, like I said, they all got passed around. This knife is very interesting. I think I had showed a peek preview because I've got it in an antique store, as Missouri calls antique stores. It's a real new. It's a well-made knife, but like I said, this is the only one I got, and but we were gonna clean it. It's not in bad shape at all, but it's getting some rust and spots on it. So we're gonna clean it up, and then hopefully you enjoy the video, and y'all see what I'm talking about. So y'all hold tight, and let's get to the video. Get to the goods. Here it is, folks. This lovely specimen. This has got that plastic or whatever they make it out of. I don't know. A lot of times it'll shrink away from the bolsters, but this one I think was stored fairly well. I saw this pin. I don't know if if this pin's from the factory or what. It almost feels like it used to be a bell right there. I could be wrong. Let's look at this one. Oh, this one's Cutmaster. Woo, looks real similar. Look at that. But yeah, it looks like the bell's missing or something. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I can't find any pictures on this knife. I took Google. Yes, I didn't figure that one out where you take Google and take a picture. It takes me to like eBay and places like that, but it'll even take me to some Utica cutlery company knives, but it don't take me to this one right here. So y'all are more welcome to take a snip of it. Let me get the light just right. And yeah, tell me what y'all think. But see this rust right here? I mean, I don't think it's real deep, but it just needs to be cleaned and oiled down and greased up with some Rubidoux Creek Outdoor Wax. Hey, don't forget it, guys. Don't forget it. Y'all go to Whatnot and get this. It's all the material to make this fine product comes from the great United States of America. And I purchase everything from these small businesses that are within America. They are spread across the country somewhat. And yeah, but I make it. I formulated it to be a jack of all trades and a master of a lot. Not master of some, master of a lot. It does really good on wood handles. It does good on high carbon steel. It does good on leather products of all shapes and sizes. So y'all feel free to go out there and get you some. And I know, be patient with the United States Postal Service. I assume that they're doing the best they can with what they have to work with right now. So just don't expect anything you order, even knives. You can get knives on the Whatnot channel as well. I will show again. The Whatnot channel will be posted right here. Just feel free to type in that username into your channel search block, and it should take you straight to it. And if that don't work, feel free to go into our main profile page where it says blah, 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 like power diesel, blah, blah, blah. Click on the more button. It should drop down. It'll show our email. And then it should show our post office box as well. So if you feel free to send us a letter or whatever, anything that's appropriate. I'm not telling you have to, but just giving you options. And then it should have the link. You just copy and paste that link and you can drop it into as a URL or whatever. And it should take you to our channel. So enough on that. Like I said, this is a really good product. Let's get to just clean this knife up real good. And yeah, I mean, it's really not in bad shape. I think it's, it's a good little project. So let's get to it. It's got some snap. It's definitely hinging. It's real tight right up here around where the pivot point is inside this bolster. But I think a little oil should, or oil, however you want to say it, wherever you come from, you do what makes you feel better about yourself. And but let's get to it. Look right here, got a new wheel, y'all. I was wearing down on the other one. This one I'm eventually gonna have to order, but we shall see. Heck, I might as well go ahead and put one on order. This is a 4x50. We'll see. Go to the website. Go to this website and see what they have. It may have a little bit different type of wheel. This does pretty good, but they may have other options. But I need to go ahead and order them now because we have snail mail going on. So let's get to it. Actually, I don't want to do that. It's not really that bad. I think I'm just going to buff that out. Bam, we'll get to the blade. Got my iPro. I do not have my gloves on. I know. Shame on me. Going real light. This thing does kind of make minor scratches. That's kind of, it's not my favorite cup of tea. But it does get the rust out pretty good, though. So it's kind of like whatever floats your boat. You see where some of the rust is coming off. Gotta dip it in a little bit of water. These blades are real thin. You don't want them overheating or it's going to be soft. hold on to stuff. Just a little bit of emery cloth. So it's not bad in there. I don't think I need to run. I may get a screwdriver. Might be a little bit of pocket lint or something in there that I'm not seeing real good. Just take you one of these little screwdrivers and try to get in there. Kind of a tight fit. It's almost like these have been squeezed in or something. I don't know. That does look like it's been squeezed in, y'all. Look at that. See where it chokes right here? Oh, I might have to fix that, y'all. It's tight right up in there. Maybe one reason why. I don't know if I should. Something definitely got that squeezed in. Probably because somebody had it in a dang vise. Y'all gotta be careful when you're squeezing these knives, especially on the springs. So right now I'm just getting all the loose stuff before I start spraying the, see, there was something in there. Some pocket lint. It wouldn't be a bad pocket knife to EDC. I think I got it out. Can't really see up in there, y'all. Had to use the old mouth to blow it out. But some of this right here. Soak in there a little bit. I can't even get that in there without being super tight. All right, so what I did, y'all didn't see it on camera, but still ain't perfect. But I was scared to bow this out too much, so I just took a real thin. Can't even think of the name now, but chisel. I just stuck it in kind of with a little small ball peen hammer, and I just kind of pushed it down there, and it did open up because, like I said, these are brass liners. But I didn't want to get crazy. Still a little. It ain't perfect right up in here, but it's a lot better than it was. And it already wants to close. I haven't squirted any oil really down in these points. I only did it like right up in here. But I felt like it was binding up right along in here. I think that was part of the problem. So I fixed it. But I'm scared to get too crazy with it because I don't want to bend it back out and end up tweaking something around where these pins go through the bolsters. I don't want to mess with it too much. Like I said, it ain't bad. A lot of people wouldn't even notice it unless you point it out like I did. So we're going to just take just a little bit of Neverdole, not much. Y'all can see up in there, cleaned up in there good. It didn't take much. Had a little bit of fuzz back in here, but took this little screwdriver and I just got it loose and then blew it out my mouth. But other than that, like I said, it ain't really in bad shape. Nice little EDC. It's real slim. See how slim it is? But it's got some weight to it now. I don't know how much it weighs, but it's got a little weight to it for sure. We'll clean that up. All right, I'm gonna let it. I like to let it sit just for a little bit, just for like a minute or two. I'm gonna come back and wipe it off. All right, let's get some of this Neverdole off. Like this got some scratches, but this thing already had scratches before I started buffing on it. So it would take some fine, and that's something I'm gonna have to do one day, y'all. I'm gonna have to go through my knives. I need to just like lay out all my sandpaper, whatever little strip size I think I need. And some I even do wet sanding, but I won't use water. I'll use like WD-40 or some kind of, it's got a little bit of petroleum base to it. And just I may have to wet sand some of these, but man, that takes some time. But these probably wouldn't be too bad because it ain't real deep. I buffed a lot of it out, but like I said, it's not perfect. You just gotta be careful when you're using those wheels. It does leave scratches in it. I mean, and some people, they say they get on there and they're like, well, I don't never use those wheels. I use sandpaper. I'm like, if you got the time, more power to you. But if you got rust and crud stuff on it, you're gonna be there sanding for quite a while. So my recommendation, like I said, this is just my recommendation, is use some kind of buffing wheel. Just be cognitive of what grit you have. And then you can try buffing it out. Or you can save your time. Don't even buff it on a buffing wheel. And do your sandpaper deal. And then you could come back with some green paste or whatever, the fine grit buffing compound, and then finish off with that. But it is, like I said, it's different strokes for different folks. That's just my recommendation. You might not even have to use a buff wheel. If you go all the way to like 3,000 grit, I mean, it may be polished enough. But with my knife making background a little bit that I have, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm a professional. I always go back with some fine grit. And they even make extra fine grit paste that's black. If you're new to that, I got some right here. There's some very fine. There's the green right here. And then ultra fine honing compound. So that's right there. Like I said, you can use it as honing. It's buffing compounds. Green is, that's all it is. It's that aluminum oxide, whatever the heck it's called. That's what they use. But for your high-end steels, you just about gonna have to go with diamond. That's why this right here's, like I said, I wish I was sponsored by them, but it's for around 30 to 35 bucks. You can't beat it. I mean, it's got like a little bit of everything. And it does everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have a whetstone, but some people like sharpening whetstone. And I showed that in a prior video before. But let's get some flits going. All right. I apologize, sir, ma'am, kid, whoever y'all was watching the video. I like to talk. I inherited it honestly. I always have. I'm a people person, believe it or not, even though I want to live on a mountain by myself. When I have to be around people, which is a lot, I like talking to people. I feel like I'm a friendly person. You know, I like to have a good time, like fellowshipping, right? But anyway, I get on these tangents. I kind of get in my own world when I do these videos. A lot of people do. Once you make enough videos, you lose track of time. That clock's constantly rolling right now. It's clocking. A lot of people, I mean, you can burn up 20 minutes real fast. So it's definitely an art to it. But this ain't nothing extremely overly exciting. So it makes the time drag out. But all right, I got the flits on it, and I'm gonna let it do what it's gonna do. And we'll come back and polish it out, and may put a little bit of oil right in here because I haven't done that yet. And we'll see how it turns out. Y'all hold tight. All right, I like getting the excess off. He likes getting in these scales, these plastic scales, or celluloid. I can't never pronounce that right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I ain't perfect. It gets down in there. See, I'm so surprised this ain't shrinked around the bolsters. All right, I'm gonna get this other one a little bit cleaner towel right here, and there's still stuff coming off of it. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's a heck of a lot. Y'all can see the scratches in there. And I was going light on it for a reason, because it wasn't that bad. It had a little bit of pitting right here, but it had some rust on it, if y'all remember correctly. All right, get rid of this. Don't need that no more. Don't need that. Don't need the Never Dull. Now this is where this rim oil. I have some of that high-end pivot oil. I ain't gonna use it for this. Ain't no sense in it. This is a lot cheaper. But I like this because I can kind of control it a little bit. That spray, even with the little spray straw, it goes all over the place. But y'all look at that knife. I think it's cleaned up pretty good. I mean, like I said, it wasn't in bad shape. It really wasn't. It wasn't in bad shape. But it did have rust, as y'all have witnessed. And it needs it now. It needs a, I don't even know if it's ever been sharpened. It almost looks like it's factory edge. I don't see a bevel or anything in it. So that's where I'm getting the factory edge. I mean, you can have a pre-sharpened knife that's dull, but I don't see any bevel in this blade. So yeah, I'm gonna have to either put one in it or figure it out. But anywho, don't take much. It comes out of that bottle pretty fast. It's got snapback. It does that. Oh yeah. Good little EDC. Perfect. I like that blade. So it kind of got a little belly to it right here. Cutting. Just like the shape of it. Feels good in the hand. Kind of hard to open, but it's got a strong spring on it for sure. I think I ain't gonna over oil it. So we put an edge on it. All right, look here. Look here. I'll tell y'all something. You do how you want to do it. This blade is very thin right here. It's a very, very thin blade. And what I did is I formed an apex on the cutting edge right here. And like I said, there's other ways to do it, but the way this blade is so thin right here, you don't need a high bevel on this blade. It's going to look funny, and I just don't think it'll perform right. But what I did, because there was no bevel, there was no beveled edge on this blade right here. I'm telling you, I'm 99% sure this was a factory. Still had the factory edge on it. But however, this knife ain't worth a lot of money anyway, I don't believe. So, you know, they say, hey, if you got a knife that's never been sharpened, to keep it like that. Well, I mean, certain knives, that may be true. But anyway, what I did, so it's 20 degrees here, 20 degrees here. Most knives, a lot of them are around between 15 and 20 degrees. There's some kitchen knives are like 10 degrees or 12 degrees, whatever. They did 20 because that's kind of a jack of all trades. Or right in the middle, right? 15, 20. So what I did is I did 20 times this way, 20 times this way. Then I went over here and did 40 this way, 40 this way. And then I got up here and I did 30 this way, 30 this way. And I worked that edge. Edge is that bevel. I can see right now it's a lot of the scratches are out of it. Like I said, you want the last couple. Right now, I'm just trying to hone the edge to get some of them scratches out. I just lightly do it. Like I said, it's sharp now. I haven't I haven't stropped it yet or anything. But it should shave. I mean, it should shave this paper. It's cutting it. But it can be sharper. It can be sharper. All right, went a few times on the leather strop part. It should cut. I don't know why it does that. It was literally slicing a while ago. There we go. Wasn't holding the paper right. Yeah. Definitely. Good enough for me, folks. Good enough for me. I know y'all that was kind of brutal to watch, but yeah, sharp enough for a working man, as they say. Sharp enough for a working man. Well, I think it turned out pretty nice, y'all. Oh, I almost forgot one thing. Why'd y'all let me forget? Get some of this Rubidoux Creek Outdoor Wax. Like I said, this ain't stainless. I don't know if it's just polished down a lot or it's got, if it's like CV, because CV's not completely stainless. I don't know. Get down in them grooves. Maybe it'll keep it from drying out. I don't know. Ain't gonna hurt it. Some of that wax in there. What I do, come back, let soak in that steel. Come back real quick. And get the excess off. Just lightly get it off. Get some off the bolster. There you go, folks. Looks good to me. And be careful at spring. That knife's sharp. Hey folks, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, it wasn't just a woo-hoo most exciting thing in the world, but it was pretty interesting. I mean, I took it from a somewhat ugly duckling and got her all polished up. I mean, I think it looks good. I mean, I'd pull that out at any knife club. I guarantee be some people looking at it because I mean, it's something you just don't see every day, you know. But like I said, don't forget about your Rubidoux Creek Outdoors Wax. I'm keep advertising it, folks. It's good stuff. Get your hands on it. I will be making a few changes to the lid or to the can. I'm still going to stick with the aluminum cans, but that's going to be a surprise for y'all. I'm going to change it up a little bit. And just maybe it'll make everybody feel a little more comfortable buying it as well. So that's going to be something new. But like I said, the product inside's not going to change. I'm going to keep it the same formula. It is really good stuff. So y'all, like I said, if you get some that's maybe a little bit like has a more of a yellow tint to it, it's okay. All it is, folks, is the company that I ordered the Canuba wax from. It's a little darker. I don't know if it came from a different palm tree plant because that's where the wax come from. A Canuba wax, however you pronounce it. It's just darker. I don't know if it's the batch that they got or whatever. I emailed them. They said it's the same thing. It's just the way it is. Sometimes you get it light and sometimes you get dark. That's the only reason. Some of y'all, if y'all notice, I mean, it's really not much darker. I'll show you. I got some right here. It's not much. It's right there. Can y'all see it? Get it in the light. See how it's just a little bit darker? It's not much. It's really not much, y'all. It's just a little bit darker. Is all it is. Just a little bit darker. So, yeah, y'all get y'all's wax, y'all. It's all on Whatnot. So it's good stuff to get and use. So you'd be helping out many small businesses, not just me and Kojak's little small business, but the ones that I get the materials from individually. So, but hey, like I always say, I really appreciate y'all tuning in. I really do. I hope everybody's doing the best they can of whatever their situations is. If you're riding a high right now, everything's going great. Just appreciate it. Don't never take things for granted. But y'all take care. Y'all stay positive, motivated, vigilant in this crazy world. And hopefully y'all will tune in next time, and no telling what we'll get into, okay? But y'all take care, and thank you for supporting the channel. Y'all have a blessed one.